out too recently.
Yeah, you know, and let me just say this. It's ridiculous, right? And it's nonsense. And this is a person that tried a shakedown, a money shakedown that didn't work. We're going to take legal action. Because it's one thing to have your opinion about somebody versus just making up salacious, malicious stories. So that's actionable. So we're going to roll with that. But yeah, you know.
You say leave it alone. Don't go no further.
Yeah. No. Nobody said anything. It's, you know, so for me, unfortunately, it's part of it. You know what I mean? It's not true. We gonna take care of it. And that's that.
So there was a money shakedown prior?
Oh yeah. It was a money shakedown.
He tried to extort you before? Or?
Well, it's based around this person's idea that they in some way were doing business around Will's book and that they spent money or what have you and that they needed to be compensated. So he already tried to do this money shakedown. Will was willing to give him a certain amount or what have you, and he didn't take it. So this whole situation is based on that.
Give him a certain amount. Why though? Just
well, because of some business that they had, and I don't know the complete details about it, but that's about to come out because, like I told you, we're about to take legal action.
Right. You should.
Yeah, no, we are for sure.
I was asking how's Will dealing with it, you know, with
does he laugh it off? Release a statement.
Is what Will. Here's the one good thing about Will. Will's always gonna find the funny.
I figured that.
Yeah, he's always gonna find the funny. You know what I'm saying? And so
y'all laughed at the murder, kill.
Yeah. you have to because it's absolutely ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And so all you have is you just gotta laugh about it, you know? And it's unfortunate because
did he ask you, like, do I look like I give off bottom energy?
He was like, do you believe this shit? You know, but we just laughed about it.
Wake that ass up.
Wow. We just laughed about it. Whew. I have a very different sense of humor because there's no way, shape, and form on this planet I would be comfortable with that being said about me in a joking manner. That's not cool, because that's not my character. That's not anything that I portray. So, nah. Now, for people who happen to be that way, that's their business. Don't care. Like, if Will want to go to Pound Town on Dwayne Martin, that's his business. You know, but really, like I said, for him to bring that out, why? What was the needful thing that this was a guy that you claimed you were friends to him, but he wasn't a friend to you? And the way to get back was to do it like this. That seems very, like, vicious, the way he did it. And it's like, okay, now that you made this bed, you're gonna have to lay in it. You know, like, you're gonna have to lay in this one, because this one gonna hurt. Like, any relationship you think you got that's gonna back you in this, well, I'm gonna tell you like this. There's a lot of people out here, and a lot of them, they have money. And he knows that. He knows all these people who he thinks gonna have his back. Once this thing starts going down, they're going to turn on it. Now, they had a falling out, and this is what happened. When there's blood in the water, the sharks are gonna come. Since that slap, and it was like, oh, Will could bleed. You know, now it's, here they come. The blood's in the water. Yeah, it's that old saying, right? If you can prove that God is something that can be harmed, people will see, or can be weakened, people will cease to believe in him. If you make God bleed, people will cease to believe he's God, right? So when you look at the scenarios and you look at the situation in front of you, it's like, oh, here we go. We're faced with this scenario again. The scenarios never change. The faces remain the same, but the game never changes. So when you start to look at the bigger picture, the only thing you can say to yourself is, damn. Because that's it. That's all you pretty much do nowadays is handle and take care of things that should be taken care of. That isn't. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people out there who are doing things that don't add up to what is suffice in the game. And unfortunately, these people are going to be liable to be sued. Looking at everything full circle, I don't care if Will and Dwayne Martin are doing whatever to each other or what have you, or best friends. I don't care. Nobody here was actually digging for that. They've been saying this about them for years. You know, they was like, hey, Luther Vandross and Freddie Jackson was singing each other all them albums. You know, these things have been said about people forever. Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall, boy, they've been clapping each other cheeks. You know, it's this stuff has been going on for a millennium, and that's just the way it is. It comes with the territory. But the main story is, who cares, really? In the big thick of things, nobody cares. Like, we wasn't sitting here doing an investigation, going to find out what's happening with Will and dudes. None of us was. Nobody was digging for this. Brother Bilaal decided to come out, do an interview, and reveal all. And we're just reporting on the human drama that has presented itself. Now, everything else is speculation, and everybody can speculate and all this, but what he is saying is that he has over 30 years of information from being around and actually knowing Will. Now, Jada said this is revolving around the book. You know, he's in the book. And, you know, he plays that clip of the video of him saying he's in the book. And the fact that he claims he has evidence to back up a lot of the things that he's saying. Well, that's going to have to, you know, we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But the way I look at it is, it's a very difficult situation for some. It's not for me because I don't really care. But if you think about Brother Bilaal, you know, this right now, Brother Bilaal is hiding out of the country, y'all. He's hiding out of the country because he can't even be in the country right now with what's going on. He's hiding out with a friend at a friend's place out of the country. Now, let that be known that this guy is saying that his life is in danger. People are he's defending himself because they're trying to destroy him with lawsuits and everything else. Now, this was prior to what he's done now. That's made it to the Breakfast Club. TMZ came out and made a statement because they reported on it because Jada wanted to let it be known that she is and that they are suing. But unlike Will, to be the man to step out in front of it, he lets Jada be the bulldog and the dominant alpha of the relationship and steps forward and makes the statement publicly. And here she is defending Will, protecting her investment. Well, it's a brand. So when you're affecting the brand, you're going to have to be dealt with, because this is somebody that is different than just saying myself, or even Tasha Cage, for an example, or anybody else who was just saying things about them. You weren't in, he was in the circle. He was allegedly in the circle. He was allegedly, at one point, he claims, he was actually working for Jada herself. Now, there are some things that happened where he claims Jada and her people had him terminated, had him fired, or 86th, or whatever you want to call it, for their own benefits. So if they did that for their own benefit, and Will didn't even give him a conversation, and he's like, look, me and you are tight, and for your wife to come and give me the boot, and you don't even have any words for me, or even come to say anything, that's strange. And whatever it is, it seems it's very bitter. But if he think this was going to break Will Smith, and from his interview, the point that he made was, this is going to make Will bigger. Well, if this is going to make Will Smith bigger, then what the hell are you doing it for? What is your point? Like, he's never really come clean to say, what is the purpose of him exploiting Will's personal business? It wasn't like, hey, Will was smacking him on the butt, said, come on in, you got to join us. Let's get jiggy with it. And him and Dwayne was locking him in there or something, playing tummy sticks and all this stuff. I have no idea what's going on in these people's bedrooms. Don't care. Don't really care. But it's trending and people want to talk about it. So fine. You want to talk about it? We'll talk about it. But at the end of the day, everything remains the same. Now, the big question that you're going to be faced with, and that everybody's going to be faced with, is what do you do after the fact? Because we're already here now. Like, everything's here, everybody's here. So, where do you go from here? That's the $1 million question. Where do you want to go from here? Oh, on the Patreon, we got some really juicy information on this. If you love this type of stuff and you want to hear what Brother Bilaal had to say, that was so riveting, and he said something that was very revealing, that confirmed a lot of things that I've actually said in a lot of my videos. So, yeah, you can call it Illuminati, you can call it whatever. But yeah, he confirmed a lot. And on top of all of this, there are other people, that he could easily blow up in this situation. He's been at those parties where he's seen some things. On the Patreon, we've actually shown you photographs of these so-called parties and celebrities who were there at these parties. There were a lot of elements at play. Ben Affleck got Will Smith to do a movie because of Jennifer Lopez and Beanie Medina, and because Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck were dating at the time. He did it for J-Lo. Came out and made a cameo. Beanie Medina made it happen in a movie many of y'all didn't even see, called Jersey Girl. He came and did one cameo scene playing himself. And that was Beanie Medina making that happen. So when people show you who they are, you either believe them or you don't. And from what I've seen and has been shown, you just have to believe it and take it at face value. Like, no one cares about, like, Dwayne Martin, nobody cared about him since Above the Rim. And that's it. Now he going below the rim. He's playing way below the rim. Why are we still talking about this? They just got some crazy stuff going on and kick it off, and we talking about this. You know what I'm saying? It's all messed up. It's all messed up now. The world is out of order. You got like World War III going on out here in the streets, and I knew, it's like, you know something is bad when they was like, we gonna go to DC and protest. You know this is not finna go well. And boom, it goes off like an atom bomb. So anyway, I'm out. I'm gonna tell y'all, love, peace, and hair grease. I want to say shouts out to Kwame Brown, Bus Life, Damn Dig Beef, Welcome to HD, IITV, Jag Sports with Jose Rodriguez, Dreamers Pro, and I'm out the door. Be blessed. And yeah, this is just getting started. Unfortunately, it is just getting started because lawsuits are finna start flying, and a lot of stuff finna start happening behind the scenes. So you better pray for Brother Bilaal, because he's gonna need it.